Okay, apart from those shape modes of the Pathfinder, we have the original complex compound pathfinders. Now we have divide, trim, merge, crop, outline, and then minus the back. Let's begin minus the back. With minus the back, all right, I want to reduce my star count. Okay, and then I'm going to create a rectangular shape at the forefront. Select both and choose minus the back. So I've cut out the back object from the front object. Minus the front was cutting out the front object from the back object. So let's see the difference between minus the back and minus the front. This is minus the front. All right. So minus the back, and then the other we have outline, still with the star. All right, rectangle, and then now select both of them. Let me create 3 objects, the ellipse, and then I'm going to make a copy of them, and by pressing Alt so that I'm sure I have a copy. So I'll select 3 of these. That will save me time not to recreate again, and choose outline. And then I have those 3 shapes in their outline colors, but it has grouped them. Illustrator has grouped them automatically, meaning if I go to object, I can ungroup, or if I want them to remain as a group, I can double click. All right, and look at this. Each shape now is a different line. Each shape is a different line. If I go out of isolation, select again and ungroup, you can see each shape now is a different line from the point it was joining or intersecting with the other, and that is what outline does. Now most of the compound Pathfinder tools will always merge and group your items. All right, so that was a copy of our outline. I'm undoing to redo, Shift Ctrl Z. All right, so that's the outline, and press Shift to reduce. All right, and then let me select and make a copy of these again. Alt, drag, make a copy. And then next we have crop, and look at it. Look at this. It has cropped the tools for us. All right. So Ctrl Y. All right. It has cropped, and then it is giving us, the outline of the other tool. Right. Remember, I told you there are groups that are created, so I can ungroup. All right. So let me have this outline have a color, right, and then move it aside, and that's what we have. So that is the crop. Right, okay. These tools, the use may depend on what you want to get at the final part. Make a copy again. Let me reduce the size of this so I can fit. Alt and drag. All right, so outline, and then next is merge. All right, I've lost the stroke, but then let's see, I've isolated the group now. Remember, it groups everything, and then move aside. You can see this has been cut at that particular point, and this has been cut at that particular point. So it has grouped them, and that's what they call merge. So that's merging. It groups them. So if you want to manipulate or remain with only one shape, you can decide to ungroup. All right, so that's merge. Let's look at trim. Alt, drag. Remember, by the time I press, these objects are not merged. So select all of them and choose trim. All right, with the trim and merge, I don't see any big difference, to be true. With trim and merge, I don't see any big difference. I don't know why. Now the other is divide, and in most cases you'll be using divide. Okay, so divide, of course I still retain the groups, but I retain cut shapes. So ungroup so that I can manipulate each of them. I'll delete that. I'll delete this. All right, I'll delete this, this one here. So each of these is independent, and I can create a particular shape out of them. If this was my intended logo, I've achieved it. All I have to do is go back and group. See that? This could be a logo for maybe a certain company. Right? Logos are not that cheap. Okay, and that's with the Pathfinder. Now, let's use the Pathfinder in our next lesson. Let's use the Pathfinder in our next lesson to work out, it's not going to be the original, but how we can break down the Mozilla logo.